Hi everyone and welcome. Boy, is it good having you here. I'm really glad to see you. While having a cup of my own Yopon Holly tea, it's some good stuff. I thought I would share with you the secret to a wonderful bison balm. Now, yes, this is bison because I have access to bison, what some people call the American buffalo. However, this can be done with just beef tallow. You could do it with lard. I find lard to be a little greasy for me, but it's all a personal taste kind of thing, and it's what you like, what you prefer. But that's what this video is going to be about, is how I put together a very simple bison balm. This one is different than what I've done in the past. I want you to look at those ingredients. There are only 3 ingredients. The bison tallow itself, jojoba oil, and lavender essential oil. That is all that is in this. And as you can see, it's a really beautiful, creamy consistency. Isn't that lovely? Not grainy, not lumpy. It's just very creamy. And it feels wonderful on the skin. I'm just going to dab on a small amount. We don't need much here for this example. And it rubs in very nicely. Now, what's nice about that jojoba oil is it helps to retain the moisture, because jojoba oil is not a true oil, it's a wax. That's right, it's a wax that remains liquid at room temperature, which makes it terrific. And where does a wax come in? Well, obviously something like a beeswax may be a little heavy if you were only mixing it with an oil. And that's why so often I use other ingredients. Not, obviously if you're just making a hard balm or a hard salve, harder one, that's not so much an issue. But when making something like this, if you were to just add in olive oil or something like that to it, it can still be a little greasy. This does leave behind a kind of gloss on the skin, but it doesn't have a greasy feel, and that's what I really like about it. And that glossiness is the actual jojoba oil. So you're getting the advantage of the bison, which is so similar to our own skin type, which I'll talk more about in the video, that it's easily absorbed, and then the jojoba oil helps to seal it in, which is just terrific. And I really enjoy it. So in the video ahead, I'm going to show you how I break it down a bit, how I mix the tallow with the jojoba and the essential oils, whip it together. Although it's not whipped, I cream it. I may use the term whipped, but it's not truly whipped because I don't go that far. Whipping it adds more and more air into it. And yes, you do get a fluffier consistency, but I prefer the creaminess. And from the people I've talked to, they prefer it a little creamy to the hard whipped. So it's a personal choice. If someone asks me to whip it for them, of course I will. But anyway, we're going to move forward, and I hope you enjoy this video, everyone. And thank you so much for coming. I'm always glad you're here. If you haven't already subscribed, it'd be great if you would. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy the video, and of course hit that bell. That way you'll know when a new video is coming out. All right, I'll see you in just a few seconds. Hi everyone and welcome. I got more bison tallow. I'm so excited. This is good stuff. I can tell you that making bison tallow salve has been one of my biggest sellers of all time. I've just recently, during this pandemic, with everyone using hand sanitizers and washing their hands so much, this stuff has been flying off my shelves, and so it's time to make some more. But it took me some time to get some more tallow in. This has been pre-softened in some hot water. I just had this bowl over a large pan and just heated it just enough to soften it. And here I have golden jojoba oil. Why am I using golden jojoba oil? Well, if you use tallow only, first of all, it's going to be kind of hard and difficult to use. And this helps to smooth it, to make it flow better when whipping it or when just mixing it. But in addition, because this is so similar to our own systems, it is easily absorbed into our body, and the same is true of jojoba. Now, a lot of people will suggest using olive oil, which is a fantastic oil to use. I love olive oil. Some will use almond oil. There are various different oils you could use. You could use almond kernel oil. You could use pretty much meadow foam oil, anything you like. I'm only using golden jojoba because it is not really an oil, but a wax. But it's a soft liquid wax at room temperature. And what this does, without being waxy, it helps to seal in the moisture into your skin so that this can soften and help your skin. And what's better than that? If you're going to spend money on something, you want something that's going to last and work well for you. So as I said, I've got this soft, it's not liquid, it's just a little bit softened. And to that I'm going to add this golden jojoba. Now this may be a little noisy, so I may mute the sound. All right, isn't that just lovely? See what nice peaks. Isn't that great? Now to this, because bison tallow, like beef tallow, does have its own aroma. Now to some people, unscented is okay. They don't mind smelling like, well, beef for a little bit. Now, once it's on the skin for a while, that fragrance does subside a bit. But most folks, oops, grabbed the wrong one. Most folks prefer a fragrance because it does help. And what better than an essential oil that actually helps the skin as well and helps calm the spirit, right? How about some lavender? I love lavender essential oil myself and know that many of you do as well. All right. Doesn't that look wonderful? It really does. It smells terrific too. Lavender, I just love it. And that is my jar. All right, so I'm just gonna wipe this out before I wash it. So yes, bison tallow is a little more expensive than just beef tallow. And so the balms and the lotions and things generally are a lot more. However, because I have access and I don't have to actually purchase, that I can barter, I can give much better bargains than most people can. Well, not most. There are people out there that raise their own, which I don't do. So they can offer even better deals, I'm sure, than I can. I hope that they are. So here we have it. Our delicious and wonderful, moisturizing, and oh so natural bison tallow. So what do you think? What are your thoughts on this? Would you use this? Is this the kind of thing that you like? Or is this something you're opposed to? I understand veganism. I do. I understand vegetarians. And I can make those products as well. But this was a special request, and therefore I feel it. Because these are animals that are being consumed. Whether I consume them or not, they're being consumed. This is throwaway product. The tallow generally is put into animal foods, or worse, sometimes it's just thrown away, sometimes it goes into landfills. So when it can be used toward something like this, what's better than that? Something that we can utilize. To me, it's paying better respect to those animals. Anyway, I want to thank you all so very much for joining me today. I hope you have a great one. I hope that you're quarantining safely, or if you are venturing out, of course, you're taking all those fantastic precautions to keep us safe. I appreciate you so much. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you back soon. Goodbye.